Well, look, the question that we've been getting from investors today is how much of this revenue miss was driven by simply soft macroeconomic situation in China, and how much is being driven by market share losses to competitors. And both of these, we think there's a healthy mix of both that's happening, and both raise serious questions. So if this $7 billion revenue shortfall is driven by a softer macro environment in China, it raises significant questions about Apple's price hike strategy and what happens to Apple and demand for iPhone in an environment where the macro economy may be weaker across the globe in 2019. And if they're losing market share to competitors, I think that there's clearly some of that going on. I think that there's a lot of nationalism at play. I think it's clear that the Chinese consumer, in some cases, is preferring and opting for Chinese domestic made brands like Huawei over iPhone. And this type of reputational hit cannot be repaired by signing a trade deal with China. It will take some time. So I think there's significant questions about iPhone and Apple's business in China right now.
Are. Ina, so we know that in China in particular, Apple has this issue where people use messaging apps and not necessarily caring about iMessage, the price points, all those issues that Tim rightly raised. So what happens now? I mean, are people in D.C. really taking this as evidence that the trade war itself is a problem or not?
Well, I think the trade war is a problem, and I think one of the interesting ways we're seeing this is what Tim started to get at in terms of the iPhone used to be popular in China as a status symbol. People wanted to buy it. It was super expensive for them compared to their relative income, but it was the way to show you've made it. Well, that's changed with an anti-U.S. attitude and more of a pro-China, and at the same time, the Chinese competition has gotten better. Huawei makes a really nice phone that has a great camera and is every bit the status symbol at the moment in China. So I think the trade war has that impact, in addition to all the more tangible economic challenges. And also, we're going to see, and this is going to spread throughout the tech sector, China and the U.S. are super interdependent right now. So as they have this rivalry, there's nonetheless this interdependence that neither side can get themselves out of. China needs U.S. software, needs U.S. chips. The U.S. needs Chinese manufacturing. And for all the tension, they still need each other very much.